Hey y'all, we are live. So I have no idea. Okay. Are we still live? Okay. I just wanted to come on. I really felt like connected and like in tune today. Just lately, I've been feeling very tuned. But what does that mean? It means a lot to people. But anyways, I just want to come on. I don't know if anyone's gonna come on to this live. I'm so used to going live on my other channel and having a bunch of people over there, but I don't know if people are gonna come in. Oh, we got a few people. Hey, what's up? Say what's up. Say something. Comment something. Let me know y'all heard y'all. So this lighting is not the best, sis. It's really not the best. But we're gonna just deal with it. I wanted to talk you all. I have been feeling like a bunch of what people call like downloads coming in. And I really wanted to talk. So today is Earth Day. And back in the day, like when Earth Day would come up, at school would be like, let's recycle and reuse, reduce, recycle, and all this type of thing. But like this Earth Day, y'all, I am really in tune with Earth Day. Hey, Misty, what's up? Hey, y'all. So I really wanted to talk about just this idea that there is nothing new under the sun. So you hear that quote, right? You hear people say nothing new under the sun, like everything is old, like none of this is new. This ain't new to nobody. And I kind of was just like, when you hear this, like, okay, that just means people are talking about like ideas. Like there's no such thing as a new idea. And then today, like something really hit me. And I had already been thinking about it, but let me just get into it. So, water, right? Water. Water. I was watching a video, and this lady, I think she was Native American, she was talking about water and how water holds like energy. Water has an emotion to it, it holds feelings and things like that, which really makes a lot of sense because if you look at astrology, water signs, Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio, they are water signs. They are the zodiac sign that has to do with feelings. Stay with me now, y'all. So, anyway, she was talking about water, and she said that water, okay, the water you're drinking now is literally the same water that your ancestors were drinking. Like my mind was blown. I never really thought about it, but it's true, y'all. Like, water just comes down from the clouds, and then it, what is it, condensation, then it evaporates, yada yada yada. So it's just a cycle. Like when you look at it, everything is a cycle, and I don't know why I just like didn't realize it until I realized it. Then I was talking to my husband. I was like, we're drinking the same water our ancestors drank. They just clean it and it comes back and it's the same thing. He's like, yeah, duh. I'm like, wait. Did anybody ever think that you were actually drinking the same water that your ancestors drank? Like I never thought of that. Like let me know. Did y'all think of that? Like I didn't think of that. I just didn't. I wasn't on that level. So thinking about that. So that's the first thing. Then the second thing I was looking at, I feel like we are so close, y'all. Okay. So the second thing I was looking at was plants. So, you know, I'm a crazy plant lady now. And I was thinking, because you all know I have a garden. If you don't know already, I have a container garden with vegetables and all that. I just started. Want to be more sustainable, especially with everything going on. And I was looking at like the fact that say you are growing basil. So the herb basil, you're growing basil. Basil is considered a perennial or annual. Is it annual or okay, perennial, meaning you have to plant basil every single year. So if you're just coming on now, just keep listening. So you have to plant basil every single year. Like when basil comes up, it's here, it's saying hello, then it leaves. But once you plant basil, at the end of basil's like life cycle, it will do something called, it will flower. So it'll produce flowers, and people actually call that going to seed. So what will happen is those flowers will actually have seeds within them that the plant can then, you can then take those seeds and grow more basil. So I was just thinking about that, and something else happened too that made me think like these plants, everything around is literally stuff that like our ancestors had. Like plants, like, I don't know, yeah, it just like it just hit me. I don't know why it hit me like that, because it's like even the same food that we're eating is literally the same food our ancestors ate, because it creates like food, like plants, fruits, it creates its own seeds, so it just comes right back. It like it never dies. It just keeps coming back. And I don't know why I wasn't tapped into that. Like I didn't, like, you know it, like the fact of it, but it's just like you don't really know it. I don't know. Do I sound crazy, y'all? If I do, it is what it is. But I was just thinking about that, like everything is everything. Like everything is everything. So today is a new moon. Well, actually, yesterday was a new moon in the sign of Taurus, and like I just told you all, today is Earth Day, and it's no coincidence that Taurus season is the same time that we have Earth Day, because Taurus is an Earth sign. Shout out to all the Taurus out there. So Taurus is an Earth sign. Yes, everything is everything. Daniel, like, come on. And like, I don't know, yeah, it's just like you just start opening up, and like the simple things in life is like, I don't know, it's just like everything is literally in front of you, and you just have to like be open up to it to like really see it for what it is. I don't really know how. I mean, I got to get out of the habit of saying I don't know. To me, I realize that saying that is like a cop out, and it like diminishes me. When I say I don't know, like what do you all think? Like that diminishes what I have to say about something. So I am Xing that phrase out of my, repertoire of words. So, anyways, Taurus. So, shout out to all the Taurus. Thank you all for commenting. Make sure you like this video. Thank you for joining into my mind, my world. But anyways, it's Taurus season. So yesterday was a new moon in the sign of Taurus. So if you all are not familiar with like moon cycles and all that, basically the new moon is when oh gosh. The new moon is a time to set your intentions. It's time for you to start something new, basically. And it's time for you to decide what you want to do for the next 2 weeks before the full moon comes. And then the full moon is when you purge and you let stuff go. And then you get ready for the new moon to come to start something new. So the new moon in Taurus. Now, Taurus is an earth sign. Like I just said, today is Earth Day. Taurus is like the most earthiest of earth signs because it's a fixed sign. So fixed signs are signs that basically that's what it is. They're fixed. So the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So it's that they are probably the most stubborn signs you will come across. They don't like to change. They don't like for people to shift the way that they're thinking or the way that they're feeling or the way that they express themselves. So Leo would be expressing themselves. Scorpio would be how they feel. Aquarius would be they don't like you trying to change the way they think. That's why some Aquarius energy can be like, they have like cults because, honey, they stick to what they're thinking about. They stick to it, and people be like, yes, I'm feeling it. Let's all drink. Take a sip, y'all. So, anyways, Taurus is fixed. It's fixed earth. Taurus energy is a rock. Taurus is a rock. This is a crystal, but Taurus energy is literally a rock. They ain't moving for nobody. They don't care. So I was thinking about Taurus season and the fact that we're in the house. We can't really do that much. And Taurus, like, it's already slow for a lot of people right now because we're in the house, can't really do that much. So with it being Taurus seasons, like things are gonna get even slower because Taurus is a fixed sign and it's all about taking its time to get what it wants. There's no rush. And I was kind of like, Taurus season is so boring, like nothing changes, it's all the same. And I really had to really like sit in it and realize like this is probably like the best time to just take your time and be in Taurus season, or just realizing like in order to really change what you want in your life, like you have to stick to something. You have to be like, this is what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to stay focused on this for such and such amount of time or until I get what I want. Like I have to stay focused on this. And that's like really what Taurus can teach all of us is that They will stick to something. Taurus will actually do the same thing every single day because they want to get security or they want to make money or because they want to buy something. You know, Taurus is all about securing the bag. So, anyways, I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I was just thinking about like just life and just like how everything is connected. We're all connected, and it's just like, I don't know, like we should realize that we're not so far away from each other. And I think like with everything going on, like on the internet, people are like, "Oh, wear your mask," and then some people are not wearing masks, and it like automatically like creates separation. Like me, I don't wear a mask out in public. I'm an OG. So, I mean, I'm a nurse, so when I go to work, I wear a mask. But in public, I don't wear a mask. And I know some people are like, oh, that's irresponsible, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't work. The mask doesn't work. Like they've told us over and over, it doesn't freaking work. Like, so why are we wearing it? I feel like people are wearing a mask, it's just to pacify us. It's just to make people feel good about themselves and be like, I'm protected. And it's also to create separation, to be like, oh, if you don't wear a mask, you're irresponsible, you're stupid, you're spreading it, you're catching it, you're taking it home to your kids. And it's just like, it's creating separation. Y'all, we are not separate from each other. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like the each is on. If you want to wear it, wear it. Like, I'm not saying, like, this video is not about that. But it just popped in my head. But, like, I don't think that we need to be separate. We need to see it like, oh, you're this and you're that. And, oh, you're stupid for doing this. Or you do that. Like, I just don't feel like people need to be, like, so far from each other right now. I feel like this is the time for us to, like, really realize that, like, we're all here for a reason. Like, as cliche as it sounds, like, my mom. Okay, so my mom, she's also a Cancer. And I was talking to her and I was just telling her, like, encouraging her because she's moving right now. And my mother has a bunch of stuff in her house. And I'm like, Mama, like, you gotta like reduce some things, okay? And I was just telling her you're an amazing person and you know you don't need all these things and just telling her the truth. And she's like, oh, you're so sweet, you're so amazing. And I'm like, Mom, like, I'm just a mirror of you. Like everything, like you telling me like, oh, you're so sweet, I love you, that, like, Mom, like, I'm just literally a mirror of you. Like that's what people are. And you hear people say this all the time, but it's so true. Like I feel like just the people in our life are just, they're literally just here for us to really understand ourselves more. Um and for us to see ourselves more. Like people are literally mirrors of you, of your reality. What, like, people even say like whatever you have right now is just a result of something you've done in the past, or it's just a result of what you are. Like what you have is a result of what you are. So I know this kind of sound a little fairy tale, but fairy tale, but it's just true. Like I don't know, like even the friends you attract into your life, like the people that you have around you. If you feel like the men in your life or the women in your life ain't ish, guess what, sis? It ain't them, it's you. It's not them. They're not the problem. You're the problem because you're bringing them into your life. That's my opinion. That's my freaking opinion, y'all. Like, I don't know. I told you I wasn't gonna say I don't know, but I'm looking for a lighter, not to smoke, but to burn some sage. Which that's another discussion. Yeah, I'm just gonna be for real today because I realized like my channel, the name of my channel is Stay Forever True. Like when I made that very intentionally. Like my whole thing is in what all that you do, stay forever true to who you are, what you believe, how you see the world, how you want to be seen, like what you want to put out there. And I noticed that through YouTube and having a brand, because if you don't know, I have another channel called Your Fave Nurse B. And I, you know, talk about nursing. It's more professional, yada, yada, yada. And I felt like I had to create a persona of being this type of person. And like some people might not be into crystals or into sage or into whatever. I was like, well, maybe people won't accept me or think I'm weird, or like people unsubscribe, or people are like, oh, you're this, you're a devil worshiper. And I'm like, you know what? If people feel that way, let them feel that way. Like they just don't watch my channel. Like don't subscribe to me. Like don't be in my universe. Like I just got to realize that like if the people that want to be here for me or who like my content or who want to add to it or who want to offer me some, you know, guidance, or who want to talk to me, who want to vibe with me, they're going to vibe with me. Like I don't have to try to morph my energy to fit somebody else. Like, I don't have to do that. And you know what's so crazy saying this is because, once again, we're in Taurus season, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet Venus, right? So Venus is all about love and feeling good, and just like self-worth. Venus is all about self-worth. And Venus also rules Libra. So if you know any Libras, or you got Libra in your chart, Libra is actually the sign that is about others. So they try to, you Libras might even change their personality to fit somebody else, just to be with somebody. They might change just to be with somebody, because it's like they kind of have like that fluidity to them, similar to Virgo will do this too. Virgo will change themselves to be with somebody. But anyways, but that's a sense of self-worth. Like, your self-worth is in how other people see you. Like, Libra energy, they care about how people see them, like, a lot. And I was just like, I don't want to be in that energy. Like, I want to stay who I am. I don't want, like, to be, I don't know. Like, I don't want, I do know. I told you I wasn't going to say I don't know, but I want to be myself. Like, do y'all feel that way? Like, do you want to just be yourself? Like, do you just want to be who you are? And I feel like the internet and social media and just other people in general, like, it's like you don't have permission sometimes to be yourself. And you don't have permission to change. You don't have permission to grow. You don't have permission to express yourself. And it's like, when you do express yourself, like, people judge you, one, they criticize you, two, they look down on you, or they try to come at you and be like, oh, last week you said this, now this week you saying this. And it's just like, let me be. Like, let me just be. Like, stay forever true. Like, just let me be who I am. And I think that's like, I want that for everybody. I want people to just be who they are. Like, you can change. Like, you know that, right? Like, you have permission to grow. And that really makes me think about Taurus season again, because Taurus is one of those signs who they don't really like, they don't like change. People who know Taurus, and even Taurus will tell you, I hate change. I don't like changing anything. I want to keep it all the same. And I feel like there is some growth in not changing, but there's no such thing as not changing. That's another thing. But opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. Scorpio is all about transformation. It's all about death and rebirth. It's all about growth. And, I'm going to do a whole series talking about oppositions in astrology, but another video. I know I'm all over the place, but just vibe with me. But like, what was I going to say? I think that, okay, so if you stay the same, right? Okay, I'm trying to, I had it in my head, y'all. Oh my gosh. I need to find my lighter so I can burn my sage, y'all. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Oh my goodness. I had it in my head before I did this video. I'm not smoking ganja. And if I was, once again, who cares? Like, it's my life. That's the thing. I feel like people try to control you. And it's, when people try to control you, it's like they're trying to control themselves. Do y'all get where I'm coming from? Like, I think when people try to put you in a box, or try to say, oh, you're wrong for doing this, you're wrong for doing that, that just makes them feel better, because they're like, oh, if she's doing it, it's wrong. And the fact that I'm not doing it must mean that I'm right. So that's how you're figuring out, like, your moral compass is, you're looking at me and saying what I'm doing is wrong or bad. And since you're not doing it, you feel like you're a better person. Come on now. Like, that don't make no sense. Okay, I see Daniel's talking. Okay, let's go through the comments. Okay, so Missy said, I've thought about that, but I was like, nah, I'm tripping. Oh, you talking about the water. Hey, Rashida. And Daniel says, everything is everything. Lauren Hill, yes. Ra and Ja, what's up? I know you've been waiting for me to do more videos over here. It really, it doesn't really dawn on you. Nita says, hi, I can't wait to start my garden. I hope you do. I'm going to have more garden videos. The masks don't protect nobody from it, honey. keep them vibrations high. That's all I can say. Nita says, I love your channels and you have a great personality. You're helping so many people. Thank you. Like, y'all help me to help me and help y'all. Like, if that made any sense, like, you all are my reflection. Like, I put things out there to people and I try to be as genuine as possible so that I can then receive that same, genuine energy, that same love. Like, I just think that's what we should do. Like, we should just focus on our own personal growth. Okay, so the Aryan goddess says, I feel that way a lot. I think for me, it has a lot to do with me being a Cancer. Yeah. What do you think about a lot? I forgot what the heck I was talking about. So, hey, what's up, Wild Harmony? You say you love this video. Oh, thank you. I'm just talking, I feel like it's a Friday, but it's a freaking Wednesday. Isn't that something? That's crazy. So, oh, you like the vegetarian meal? I'm going to do more vegetarian videos, y'all. So, hold on. I was talking about changing. So, and I was also talking about like people, like someone said, projecting their fears on you. Like, that's the thing. Like, oh my God, that could be a whole nother video. Fear is real. I feel like fear is more real. There's some dang on sage get on me. Anyways, gosh. Okay, I feel like fear is more real than anything. Like when people say there's nothing to fear but fear itself, like that's whoever came up with that was tuned in because that's the truth. But me saying like there's nothing new under the sun. Let's go back to the beginning of the video. There's nothing new under the sun. And I have an ancestor altar. So I know ancestor altar, up an altar. I have a video talking about an altar. Oh, you care about what other people think. Yeah, I think we all care. And I think some people try to say like, oh, I don't care what people think about me. It don't matter. Blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, sis. Then don't say anything. Don't do anything. Don't post anything. Live in your own world. Like, just be your own person. Like, don't connect yourself to anybody at any point in your life ever. Okay, if you don't care what people think about you. It's a matter of like, do you care? You don't have to put weight into it and let it change your thoughts. But sometimes you do value. Sometimes you can value what somebody says. And sometimes you can say, oh, that's interesting. Like, that's not really something that I really care that much about. But there's somebody in your life that you're like, yeah, when this person says something, like, I really do care about what they say. But anyways, that's how my husband is. My husband gives none, no F's, honey, none whatsoever. But he say, the way you think, I care about what you think though, Brandy, but other people I don't. And I know he don't. I know for sure he doesn't care what anybody thinks. But anyways, moving right along. Nothing new under the sun, right? So I have an ancestor altar, and basically it's an altar, and I go there, I meditate, and I burn something called ancestor money. And so there's this whole like ideology behind ancestor money, and basically it's saying that like when you burn this money, you are sending off like energy to your ancestors. You're helping them on the other side, helping them. It's just like currency for people who have passed away, right? So I'm going to show it to you. This is ancestor money. This is a form of ancestor money right here. And I got it from an Asian market near my house for like $3. But when I was checking out from the checkout, right, this girl was like, what do you do with this? They call it Jost paper, Jost. And she's like, what you do with that? And I said, I have an ancestor altar. She said, oh. I said, well, what do you all do? Because she wasn't American. And she was like, we use the fake American dollars to burn. So they have those too. I'm gonna try that though. But I like this. I like the way it looks. And ever since I started burning ancestor money, this is what I use. But some people use one that's like got like Asian characters on it. But anyways. Anywho, I've been going to my altar, burning ancestor money, and what you do is you burn it and you say like, this is for, and you say all your ancestors, then you say like, and all my ancestors known and unknown. And then I also say to people who have passed away, like my elders, they're not necessarily in my bloodline, but I still want to send them energy, like just like honoring them and just like sending them love, because I honestly feel like our ancestors are guiding us through life. And so I was going on and off with doing it. I wasn't like doing it that often. And then I was like, I'm gonna go back to doing this, going back to doing this like every single day, right? And I started doing it, and then today I had posted a picture, right, of me with no shirt on, and I had this plant in front of me, and I said, "Happy Earth Day, bitches!" And I was like, just posted it. My uncle was like, "Oh, you got all these plants," and he's like, "Your grandmother had a lot of plants, and she used to put her plants in any type of container. Like it didn't matter what was around the house, she put it in there." And a picture of this because this plant is in a random freaking container that somebody gave me. Um, and he was like, "Wow, she used to use all type of containers to put her stuff in for her plants." And my grandmother, she passed away when I was like 13. So she was in my life. I knew her, but I didn't like. I never really had a deep connection with her. Like I remember her teaching me a lot of stuff, but it wasn't as deep as I wanted it to be, because I was a kid and like I never really had like adult conversations with her and stuff. But anyways, so I was just burning my ancestor money, going to my altar, like, okay, I'm connected with them. Like, yeah, my ancestors are here. Yeah, going through the motions. And then, like, for him to tell me that, and then I'm like, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm looking like, he's like, your grandmother used to have plants all over her house. And when people would come, she would cut off a piece of her plant and tell them how to put it in water so the roots can come and they can grow it. I'm like, what? Like, it like blew my mind when he told me that. Um, and I was just like, wow, like she's guiding me, like she's here, like I'm connected with her. And then I went over to my mom's house and I bought 2 raspberry trees and I'm gonna grow them in containers. I'm gonna do another video about it. Thanks for listening, y'all. I'm so glad y'all here listening to me just ramble. And I had went to my mom's house and I was looking for a container to put my raspberries in. I found the perfect freaking container. Like if y'all, my mama backyard is a mess. Like there's trees all over the place. It was just one perfect freaking container. And my mother's house was my grandmother, not the same, different grandmother. It was her house. And I remember my mom always told me this story that my grandmother was married, and I guess like back in the day, all these old men, they used to like work on the railroad, and she would have to like move from city to city. And she had told him, like, she left him and was like, "Look, I don't want to be with you anymore. I want a backyard." So she bought a house, which is the house I grew up in, and she had her backyard. I didn't know her. She passed away like when I was like 2 years old. And so like I just feel like I'm just connected to them when I like plant or when I'm outside in the garden or when I do things. And like it's even deeper because like I said, these plants are literally from our ancestors. Like you can cut off this plant, put it in some water, put it in some soil, and you're going to keep creating more plants. And it's like they don't die, like they're here. Like this is the same stuff that has been here for centuries. Like there's nothing new under the sun. It's just, I was just thinking about that, like we are all connected, and it's just like tap into that energy of like your ancestors, your higher self, and even your lower self too, and just tap into the world and other people. Like you could be so powerful. I just feel like some people, they're afraid because they think, oh, it's bad, or I'm gonna go to hell, or people gonna think I'm weird, or that's not right, I wasn't raised that way, yada yada yada. But it's just like, why is it bad for you to connect with yourself? Oh, don't meditate, you bringing in devils and demons. Like, what? I don't get it. Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, how is sitting down and being quiet and not allowing thoughts to take over your brain, how is that inviting demons into your body? Can y'all explain that to me? I don't see how to me, that's like literally connecting with God. Like, when you can get off your phone, when you can sit down in a dark room or whatever, however you meditate, and just connect, like just tune out from the rest of the world, how is that devil worshiping, or how is that negative? I don't get it. I feel like we all need to well, we don't need to. You do whatever you want to. But for me, I'm on a personal growth journey. And that's all about me. And I'm going to keep moving forward in my life. And I hope you all will do the same. I hope you all will tune in. I am so freaking hot right now. Oh my gosh. But I hope you all will tune in and just see how I'm living my life. And I just wanted to put that out there. It's just something on my mind. I want to connect with y'all. But I bought some herbs. I want to show y'all some herbs I bought. And I want to show y'all what I got. So there's these plants, these herbs that help you to have like lucid dreams. And they help you to like really get in tune with some things. I have used one before. So yeah, we're going to see how it goes. I've never used the combination of them together. So the first herb I got, you can see it's, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, Schmerbles, herbals. I don't know. It's based out of North Carolina, which is interesting because I've been getting a lot of information from North Carolina. Like so many signs have been coming from North Carolina. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on in North Carolina, but the name of this herb is Mugwort. That's what it looks like. And I've used this before. I have had an intense dream after using this. You're supposed to take the herb right before you go to sleep. You can smoke it, but I just put it into a tea. So that's Mugwort. And then I got this one, which is so pretty, y'all. This is Blue Lotus flower. Super pretty. I got the whole flower. You can get it with just the petals. But I got the whole flower because I thought it was pretty. I thought it'd be a whole vibe, like taking photos of it. So that's Blue Lotus. This again helps you to have more lucid dreams and like really vivid dreams and stuff. And it helps you to connect with like the astral realm. We'll talk more about it. I'll do another video about it. And then this one is Calia Catachichi. Okay, there we go. That's how you spell it. It's called a dream herb. That's how you spell it. And so I'm going to mix all three of these herbs together before I go to sleep. I'm going to make a tea out of them. And we're going to see. We're going to see how things go. I don't know. I don't have any expectations. I'm just going to take it and we're going to see. And I also got star anise, which is not a herb for like sleeping, but I think they're really pretty and they smell good. And you can make chai tea out of this. And then I also got one of my favorite teas in the whole wide world. Jasmine tea. Oh my gosh. This is my favorite tea. Jasmine tea. And I also got some cinnamon sticks too. So I just wanted to show y'all what I got. And I wanted to show you all Ancestor Money just in case you want to see what it looks like. And I just want to come on and talk. Yes, January Capricorn, honey. Jasmine tea is the truth. It's the truth. Yes, the Orion goddess. Yes, it is a new moon. So I do want to talk about that real quick. Thanks for saying something. The new moon. So it's a new moon, and well, yesterday was the new moon. But I saw somebody say today was a new moon too. But anyways, it's a new moon. You can use new moon energy like 3 days before the new moon, 3 days after, and you can do whatever you want to do. Some people do like ceremonies, rituals, whatever. You can charge your crystals. You can write down everything you want to do coming up for the next month, the next 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, whatever. You can say what it is that you want to do. Just speak it out into the existence. You can let's see what else you can do on a new moon. You can light a candle and say what you want to do. You can do another law of attraction like technique. Like you can do the little 2-cup thing. Look it up. So many different people have videos about it. Just take this time to like really start to plan what you want to do. Like with your life, just start writing out your plans. Even if you don't know how it's gonna work out, just write out your plans. So for me, I really want to manifest a home. And of course, you think about what you want for the home. But I was more so thinking about like the feelings that I wanted to bring into my life. And I saw somebody else talk about this in their video. But it's just like focus on the feelings you want. Because honestly, you all, the world works on feelings. Like that's all that matters. I know some people are like, oh, I don't care about feelings, like just give me the money, F feelings, F people, like yada yada yada. But really it's the feeling that we want. It's not the thing, it's what that thing helps us to feel. So I was thinking about a home and I was like, To have a home, I really feel like free because it's my own space. I can do what I want to do with it. My kids could go out in the backyard and play. Like I can have a garden. Like I feel that freedom. I feel that lightness. And I was like, also just going forward with my life, I want to have a sense of ease when it comes to paying my bills, when it comes to managing my money. Just have a sense of ease to it and relax. Like, okay, it's cool. Like it's all automated, come out at any time. The money is there. It's easily flowing in, easily flowing out. Like it's just a sense of ease. So I just think like focus on what feelings you want to accomplish. You want to say this is, new moon, and you want to attract love into your life. What does love feel like to you? Does it feel like somebody adores you? Does it feel that you feel safe? Do you feel happy? Do you feel joy? Do you feel comfortable? Focus on your feelings. You want to attract like a new career path, a new job or whatever. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel secure, knowing that you have, a secure job. It makes you feel accomplished, feel successful. You feel like fulfilled, like you're doing something. You feel motivated. Like, what is that feeling that you want? And really get into that feeling. Like, so I said, light a candle and just sit down, with yourself, clean your room or whatever, and just relax, play some music, and just really get into that feeling. And once you can get into that feeling, it's like you just tap into the frequency of what it is that you want. You have to feel it in order to get it. You have to feel it in order to get it. So that's what people say. Try it. You can write it down, you can talk it out, or you can feel it, or you can do all of them. You can do a vision board. And I'm going to have another video coming up on my other channel talking about how I created a vision board at the beginning of this year, and like I already accomplished that vision board. It's crazy. Like I accomplished that vision board within like a month or two. It's amazing. So I'm going to do another one for my house. But yeah, that's that. Good vibes, y'all. Do y'all have any questions? I don't think y'all had any more questions or comments. See, January Capricorn says, I really need to get some crystals. Go for it, girl. I ordered some from a local vendor here in St. Louis. Just ordered some. Hopefully I get them tomorrow. I can charge them, under the new moon energy. Blissful Vibe says the journey of self-reflection, growth, and spirituality for myself has been amazing. Yes, girl. Yes. Okay, what's your question, Daniel? Yes, self-reflection. Like there's so much power in just looking at yourself. Like really don't let other people put you in a box. Don't let other people define you for who you are. Like you just take a minute to look at yourself and be like, how did we get here? How did we get here and where are we going? How did we get here? Just take a minute with yourself. Like for real, like you are amazing. I'm telling y'all, like if you watching this video, if you're here, the 16 people that's here, what's up? You are amazing. Like you are enough. Like for real. Take some time with yourself and just know that you are worth so many things. Like whatever you want to accomplish, whatever you want to have, the people that you want to have, you are so worthy of it. And you don't have to change yourself for anybody. You don't. You can just be you. And guess what? You, whatever that is, can change. You can grow. And as you grow and as you change, those people that you need will come into your life. And the people that you no longer need will leave your life. That's how it works. That's how it works. Like this plant here, I just took this plant out of a nursery container. I'm going to read your comments. Hold on. But I just took this out of the nursery container. So when it comes from the nursery, a plant, it's in a little plastic container. More than likely, you need to repot that plant, right? You can learn so much from nature, y'all. Oh my gosh, nature is so on fleek. Okay, people still say that. But anyways, you take out the nature, like the nursery pot. And like the roots are so freaking tight because it become root bound. Like it literally will twist around in the container because it has nowhere to go. Like it's trying to grow, but it's like the container is too small. So you have to put it in a larger container. And that's like with us, like you can only grow so much where you're at. At some point, you're going to have to break out of whatever box you have put yourself in or whatever box you allow somebody else to put you into. You're going to have to get out of it. Okay, because either you're gonna die, because what can happen with a plant is it just circles and circles and circles around that container, and it literally suffocates itself because it has nowhere to go, so it just keeps winding around, it suffocates itself and dies. Or on the flip side of that, if you ever notice with nursery containers, there's holes at the bottom for drainage. What will happen is that plant will be like, look, I'm going to find a way to get out of here so I can grow out a little bit more. So it'll start, the roots will start to go through the freaking hole of that container to just try to spread out and just try to grow somehow, some way, you know? And to me, that's kind of like an indicator. Like sometimes when you feel constricted, you feel like things are coming in on you, you need to assess your life. You need to say, okay, how did we get here? Where are we going? Like, maybe I'm not saying always point the finger and be like, my man ain't nothing. Like, I need to leave him. I should have been left him. No, girl, no, sis. Think about you. Maybe there's some thought that you have that needs to go. Maybe there's some sense of self-worth that you have that needs to go. Maybe you only feel self-worth when you're in a relationship. Maybe that part of you needs to be diminished so that that person can then leave your life. You can get in a relationship with yourself, and then you can grow. You can go into a different container and you can flourish. And look at this plant, y'all. This was not here when I first got it. This right here, I don't know if y'all can see that. Right here, the little pointy spot is a new leaf. A new leaf is coming in. I just got this like a week ago. It's shooting through. You know why it's doing that? Because it's in a different container. I put it in a bigger container. I let those roots spread out. And now it's growing. It's continuing to grow, and it's going to continue to flourish. You're not gonna get to anywhere in your life. You're not gonna have that new job, that new boyfriend, that new girlfriend, that house that you want. Nothing. You're not gonna get there being in the same box, being in the same container, being in the same mindset. You're not going to be there. It's not gonna happen. Woo, I'm on my soapbox, y'all. You're not gonna get there. You're not. You have to move on. You have to grow. You have to, baby. You got to do it, okay? I'll clap for myself. Okay. So, Daniel. Okay. So, if I'm coming from an oppressive past, how can I expand my journey as far as my personal freedoms go? Okay. I feel things have been deprived that I have to learn hard lessons. Okay. So, it's a little personal. I don't ask too many personal questions, but coming from an oppressive past. So if you felt like in your past you were oppressed, maybe I don't know, if you grew up in a situation that it was kind of like restrictive and things like that. Okay, first off, dealing with anything from your past, you need to realize that the past is the past. You've made it through that situation, and you are here, you are right here in the now, in the present moment. And I'm not here to say F the past, that's just happened, get over it, move on with your life. No. But the reality of the situation is that it already happened. It already happened. Whatever it is. And I really can't, go too much because I don't know specifically what it is. But it already happened. You're in the present moment. Only thing we have control over is literally right now. We don't even have control over the future. All we have control over is right now. What some people do is they do like past life regressions, or they do like inner childhood work, like you work on your inner child. What you can do is think about that situation or situations that from your past, and you can reflect on it. But when you do it, people say, do not look at it. Look at it as an onlooker. Don't be in it as if it's happening to you again, or like don't relive it. Just look at it. Don't look at it and judge it. Don't look at it and be like, oh, they did me wrong or whatever. I don't know specifically what's going on, but look at it and be like, okay, this happened to me and I didn't have control over it. And I am who I am right now, and I had to grow from this. Like, I am who I am right now, and look at it and give yourself like love. You can write a letter. Like, I know this might sound crazy, but you can write a letter to your like younger self. I've done this before. It's really powerful. As your older self, as your more mature self, write a letter to that person or that younger self that was oppressed. And think about this. I talked about this in my last video. Think about that younger you that was oppressed, that was sad, whatever. And write to them and say, I know that what you're going through right now is really hard, but just know that we're going to get through this, that we're strong, that we're capable, and that everything you're going through right now is going to help you to be a stronger person. You're going to be able to help people. And it's okay. This is not your fault. This is not your fault. Okay. I want you to know this is not your fault. Just write to yourself, whatever the case may be. Think about it, but don't allow yourself to be a victim because you've made it through. You are a survivor of whatever happened. But I would definitely look at whatever thoughts that you have about yourself and ask the question why. So if you say for instance, you think like, I'm not, I don't know, gosh, I'm not smart enough. I don't know. Let me think something else. Like, I'll never find love. Okay, I'll never find love. Why? Well, I'll never find love because I never had it before. Why? Well, I never had love because I don't really know what love is. Why? Well, nobody really taught me what love is. Why? Maybe the people in my life never knew what love was either. So you see, you keep asking the question why, and it just helps you get to the root of the thing. You realize that maybe the people who had you in that oppressive situation or the lifestyle that you had to live, it was really just a fault of the people around you not being in the best mindset, not having the best guidance themselves. And so in that situation, you can offer compassion to the people that oppressed you or the situations that you were in that made you feel oppressed. And that way it empowers you to be like, you know what? I ain't got nothing but love for you. Ah, 5 heartbeats. I want to watch that movie so bad. But anyways, you show compassion for it and you grow from it. And you're like, that person, they like kind of like people with their parents, and you be like, and then you see you see your grandparent and be like, you know what? My grandma kind of crazy too. No wonder my mama act like this because look where she got it from. Or you got kids in school that act a whole hot mess. Then you meet the parents and be like, oh, that's why they act like this. Then you start to look at the kids better and be like, okay, like honey, it's okay. I know it's because of where you came from. So offer compassion to your past self and to the people in your life, and really start to question your ideas and start to realize that you can change your mind. You can change your ideas about how you see yourself and how you see the world. And you made it through, babe. You made it through. I hope that offered some type of guidance. I don't really know if it did. So Rashida Johnson says, girl, I am an Aries, and when I take time for myself, I am called selfish. They say you acting like an Aries, but I feel like if I don't take time, it won't come to me. Rashida, girl, I totally get where you're coming from. I have Mars in Aries, so that's Aries on Aries. I think like, I don't know. I feel like in this society, especially for women, like they think that we supposed to just bend over backwards and take it. Like, just take it, girl. And it's just like, no, like, if I don't fill my cup, who gonna fill it? If I don't pick up this cup and take a sip of water, who gonna quench my thirst for me? Nobody is. So you always got to give to yourself. Don't ever feel guilty. Whatever you're doing, do it to the 100 percentile. And that's something I'm learning. If I'm doing something, I'm going to stay focused on it. I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm not going to be thinking, oh, I should be doing this right now. No. If I'm doing it, I'm going to be in the moment and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Y'all got me on this live just talking. Okay. Um, so yeah, Rashida, do your thing, That's another thing I'm gonna talk about. The difference between you and your opposite sign, Libra, who is all about I wanna do for others. Like, you gotta have a balance though, y'all. Okay, so the RN goddess. Do you believe that plants thrive in positive environments and die in negative environments? Well, I'm looking at a plant right now that's dying. I got a plant right up here that's dying. And I got a plant over there too. I'm so sad. It's such a pretty plant and it's dying. So I think, I guess to a certain extent, yeah. I think it also depends. You know, they say you talk to your plants and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess to a certain that's a really good idea. Okay. So Sky naturally, I'm a Gemini. What's your thoughts about this sign? Oh, Rashida, your husband is a Libra. See, oh my goodness, you attracted a Libra. I wonder what your moon sign is. Rashida, you should look up, go on Google and go to free birth charts. If you don't know your moon sign, go there and look up your husband's moon sign and your moon sign. I would be very interested to know what your moon sign is because you attracted your opposite. That's crazy. I would not be able to be my opposite. A Capricorn, but you know what, my husband, he's a Gemini. So who said something about Gemini? Sky naturally. Gemini, what do I think with my thoughts on Geminis? I actually have never met a Gemini that I did not get along with. I always get along with Geminis. My closest childhood friend, literally my sister, like she's my sister, a Gemini. My husband, a Gemini. Like, but I know why I attract Geminis. I know why have Geminis in my life based on my birth chart because I could go into it, but anyways, I know why I attract Geminis and why I get along with them. But my Venus is in Gemini, so that's, you have to know everything about your chart, y'all. Like you gotta look. This could have been a whole video about birth charts and everything. We're gonna do that again, but you gotta look at your birth chart because, like, my husband's a Gemini. He's a double Gemini, Sun in Gemini, Moon in Gemini. I like Gemini because they like, my Venus is a Gemini, so that's what I love. Like the fact that they're kind of all over the place. I'm all over the place. Like, I like that. I like Gemini energy. Only thing with Gemini energy that I've seen is that Geminis can worry a lot. They can be really in their head about stuff. But I have never came across a Gemini that I did not get along with. My brother's a Gemini. We're not talking right now, but and I understand why we're not talking, but yeah, that's my thoughts on them. You have to ask me something more specific. Okay. So, Rashida, okay, you say your husband a Libra. So, Wild Harmony, I'm an Aquarius and my husband is a Scorpio. Oh my goodness. That's a square. Remember in the beginning of the video, I said that Aquarius and Scorpios are fixed signs. So, Aquarius, once they have a fixed thoughts, like when they think something, you ain't gonna change their mind, boo. In Scorpio, when they feel something, you're not gonna change the way they feel. You're probably like the more logical one, and your husband's probably the one that's kind of like in his feels about stuff. Which, nothing wrong with being in your feelings, y'all. But I would have to know your full chart, you know, to see how that goes. But that's interesting. You with somebody who squares you. Let's see. So Daniel says sun, moon, and rising. Your sun, your moon, and your rising sign is in Virgo. Oh, child. Whew, honey. That's that energy. For one, I love Virgo moons. But sun, moon, and rising in Virgo. You know, my dad is a Virgo. And they're tough. Especially men. Male Virgos are tough. Like, they're just, they a little too, like, I don't know, like, Virgos can hurt your feelings, man. Virgos will read you for filth. Oh my gosh, you got all that Virgo energy. Honey, that's a lot. That's too much work. That's too much. Yeah, very guarded too. But y'all will help somebody. Like, y'all will actually like support somebody, help somebody. Like, y'all the friend that at the end of the party, y'all the ones like, come on, let's clean everything up. Did you want me to do this for you? I'll take the trash out for you. Like, they'll help you. Virgo energy will help you. My daughter, she is a sun sign, moon sign, and rising Scorpio. I'm like, girl, you got so much Scorpio in your chart. Psychoanalyze. Yes, yes. Yeah, you gotta, with that Virgo energy, definitely You really should be focusing on your spiritual growth, because opposite of Virgo is Pisces, and Pisces is all about the spiritual growth. Think about Erica Badu, honey. Um, they're all about the illogical, nothing having to do with facts, nothing to have to do with analyzing. Like, they're on a different level, they're in a whole other world, and Virgo hates that, because Virgo, I want things to, I want things to be stable. I want things to be the same every single day. I want to know what I'm coming in and doing. Like, I want to know, like, they have a system. This goes here, this does that. Like, I want it to be perfect. But the opposite of that is Pisces. Pisces is all over. This is why sometimes Virgos can be super organized. And then sometimes you will be around a Virgo and they will have stuff all over the place. Like, you'd be like, is this the same person? Because they're tapping into that Pisces energy. That's why you really should understand your opposite sign. Because you tap into, because it's like you all are completely different, but you're literally like one in the same. It's crazy, because I've come across some Pisces who are extremely organized. Like, they have a system. And I'm like, especially Pisces men, like, they have a system that they go through. And I'm like, wow, like a genius came up with this idea. But you would think as a Pisces, like, they're all scatterbrained, they're all up in the clouds, like they're dreamy. But no, they tap into their Virgo energy. You have to know your opposite sign so you can tap into their energy. It'll take you to a whole new world, honey. Yes, Daniel, I'm a Virgo rising, so I understand, like, that. I really love the Virgo Pisces axis, because it's like, it's deep. Because if you think about it, yeah, I'm just talking, but Virgo likes to do the same thing. And y'all just know that we all have every single zodiac sign in our chart. Every one of us has every sign in our chart, and at any point you can tap into whatever sign you want to. That's a whole other video. We can talk about that though. But what I like about the Virgo Pisces is that with Virgo is all about the ritual. What do you do every single day to get to what you want to do? Similar to Taurus, but Virgos can have a routine. And just think about it. What is a ritual? A ritual is something you do every single day. And then opposite is Pisces. Pisces is all about the higher self, other worlds, it's all about just like things that don't even exist, like stuff that's just coming out of nowhere. Like, Pisces energy is like tapped into, like, aliens and stuff. But if you do something every single day, it's kind of like a religion. And Pisces is spiritual awakening, spirituality. And it's like, if you can do something every single day, like, it taps you into your spiritual self. If you meditate every day, if you do mantras every day, if you do yoga every day, it taps you into your spiritual self. So you can use that ritualistic energy of Virgo to tap into that more spiritual, more outside of this world, otherworldly energy of Pisces. And it's just like, but you got to use it. You have to use both energies to get to your higher self. You got to. Did any of that make sense to anybody? So Daniel says, yes, 20 feet tall. I can't read her. And oh wait, what? I'm so okay. I missed something. Okay, you said I need Pisces energy to endure and be taught from. Yeah, I never can attract a Pisces. I attracted one Pisces in my life. And that person actually changed me a lot. Like, that person taught me a lot of stuff. And I literally was around that person for like 12 hours. That's it. 12 hours, y'all. I literally attracted this Pisces into my life. I was in New York, young Brandy, and I was like, I want to meet a Pisces today, because I never had came across a Pisces. And that's a whole other story. It's a story time, honey, but I attracted a Pisces. Pisces are magical, but I can never find them. I never can find Pisces, ever. I don't know what it is. Maybe, maybe are there any Pisces out there in the world watching my videos? But yeah, that's all I want to talk about, y'all. If you don't have any more questions or comments, I'm gonna let y'all go. We've been on here for an hour, unless y'all have something else y'all want to talk about. But yeah, I love astrology. I could literally talk about astrology all day. So if y'all want to see more astrology videos, I just don't know what y'all want to see, because I do so much on here. So I just figure I just do what I'm gonna do, and whoever like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, we just hit 10K. Can y'all believe it? Like, I wasn't even trying to hit 10K, and we hit 10K. Like, what? That is so freaking cool to me. Um, Sky naturally says, thank you. I really love these types of videos. Thank you. I really love doing them because this is like what I like to do. So, do y'all have any more questions? I don't know. I really want to get a singing bowl, y'all. Do y'all know what that is? Is a Tibetan singing bowl? I really want to get one so I can be like, I really want one. It's getting late. My kids are asleep. I'm gonna go ahead and make my dream tea. Once again, this is the name of the company. Not sponsored. I just ordered it from Etsy. Really reasonable price. Blue flower, and then Calia Z, and then Mugwort tea. Mugwort tea. So I'm gonna make me some tea, have some good dreams, and chill out. Yeah, I really appreciate you all watching. We've been on here for an hour. Like, thank you. I'm getting tired, y'all. Not really. I'm like actually had a lot of energy. Use this new moon energy. Use this Taurus season to manifest what you want. Taurus understands how to take its time and to get what it wants out of life. And that's what I'm learning. I'm not rushing for nobody. I'm taking my time. I'm relaxing. And whatever's coming to me is going to come to me. It's not going to come any faster if I'm running around. It's not going to come no faster. It's going to come in divine timing. Yes, patience. So I'm going to sit here. Thank you for congratulating me on 10K, on us on 10K. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy this ride. I'm going to enjoy this thing called life. And I expect for you all to do the same. Okay? Enjoy yourself and really take the time to focus on your self-worth. Know that money doesn't make you any better. People around you doesn't make you any better. Like, you control your life. You control your path. Like, you control what you bring into your life. Like, it's on you. And I'm saying this to myself too, y'all. Like, I'm saying it to myself. So like, you the key, boo. You the key. You the one. Okay, you're the key. Trust and believe that. Like, none of this stuff has any power without you. Think about that. None of this around us in life means anything without us. Like, I don't really know how I can translate that without just saying what I just said. But nothing really matters unless you put focus on it, unless you say it matters. Like, I don't know, a dollar bill. That dollar doesn't mean anything unless you say that piece of paper is worth $1 and I can buy a lollipop with this dollar. You are the one that made it valuable. Your thoughts and the way you look at it made it valuable. The fact that it's a piece of paper did not make it valuable. It's what you put into it, the energy that you put into it. So that's why with the new moon, or any time of the year, any time of the day, the energy that you put into anything, it's your energy. You can make anything into whatever you want it to be. Like this ancestor money. I'm going to sage my ancestor money and I'm going to put my energy into it and put my intentions, which is to bless my ancestors, which is to honor my ancestors and let them know, like, hey, you might not be here on earth physically, but I am still honoring you. I am still living on. You can still live on through me, like through my actions, through what I do. Like, I am still holding up, all the principles and all those things that you had. Like, I'm still here. Like, our lineage is still going. Like, put that energy into this. So you are the key, boo. Like, you the one. You the one, girl. I gotta go. We just talking. You are the glue holding your world together. Yes, honey. That's like that's like Nene when she said what she say? I am the glue for my family and my wig, right, honey? That's what she said. So yeah, one day at a time. Like, that's true. I'm really realizing it. Like, I am the type of person, I rush myself to do everything. I hate for anybody to tell me what to do. That's the Aries in me. I hate it. And I don't have Aquarius in me, but I got a lot of stuff in the 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius, yada, yada, yada. So I don't want, that's that fixed energy. I don't want anybody telling me anything. I hate that. So what I realized, instead of letting people tell me to do things or, hey, do this, do that, I say, no, you're not going to rush me. I'm going to rush me. And so I'm making myself do all this. I'm rushing myself. I'm getting people around me irritated, like my husband, who, honey, nobody is moving that man. He's going to do what he wants to do. When he want to do it. But he looking at me like, oh my gosh, you rushing me. Like, why? I'm rushing myself to do so. I'm realizing, girl, you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush. Everything's going to come to you, especially women. I'm going to get off, but let me tell y'all this. Especially women. Women, we should not be rushing for anything. Think about it. Go back to nature. When you want to really think about certain things, go back to nature. What happens? One egg comes down when we ovulate. One single egg, right? And then when, the procreation happens, how many sperm, do you think goes to that one egg? Thousands, right? Thousands. If you coming in right now, thousands of sperm goes to one egg. And guess what that one egg do? All that little one egg do, come down and stay where she's at, and she's just chilling there like, okay, come fertilize me. Like, she's not looking for the sperm. She's literally sitting there, numb your whole renge cure. Like, she's just sipping on her water. Take a drink, y'all. Hydrate. She's sitting there looking pretty, waiting for the sperm to come. And they are rushing to get to her. Rushing to get to her. And one sperm comes and fertilizes her. Feminine, that could be a whole other video. Women, we do not have to rush for anything. This is Taurus season. Taurus is the sign, like I said. Taurus is the most earthiest earth sign. Not only is it an earth sign, but it's fixed. It's not going anywhere. And guess what? Taurus is like mother freaking nature. It is. It's an earth sign. It's ruled by Venus. It sits there. It collects its checks, and it just feeds off of the earth, and it's just chilling, allowing everything to come. It doesn't have to rush. So we should all really tap into this Taurus energy. Shout out to all my y'all. I don't know what's happening. Shout out to all my Taurus out there, y'all. Like, I'm a Cancer, so they say Cancer and Taurus get along. Y'all, I used to hate Taurus energy because it's so slow, and I like things to happen. But I'm learning as I'm about to be 30 years old, honey, and I don't have to rush. Whatever's for me is for me. Like, whoever is for me is for me. I'm not, nope. It is what it is. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. I'm not rushing. I'm not changing. I'm going to be me. It could be, people could see it as stubborn. They could see it as selfish. They could see it as petty. But I'm just going to be happy and content as Brandy. And I'm going to allow myself to move at the pace that I need to move. I'm going to allow my ancestors, my guides, my higher self, God, guide me. I'm not going to let other stuff rush me to the finish line. I'm just not. I'm already there. Like, I'm here. I have arrived. So I expect y'all to do the same, honey. And I'm going to let y'all go. And I appreciate y'all for being here. Like, for real. Yes, thank you, Blissful Vibes. Thank you so much. You shouldn't change. The right people and objects will gravitate towards you. They will. Like attracts like. Whatever you putting out there is what you're going to attract. You putting out there the energy of, oh, I got to move so fast, or I'm not going to get to what I want to get to. Guess what? That's what you're going to attract. Things that come into your life so fast, and they leave so fast. So that's what I'm learning, y'all. Stay forever true, y'all. In all that you do, stay forever true. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for coming in on this live. Use this new moon energy. Use this Taurus season to your advantage. Take your time. Love yourself. Heal yourself. Because as you heal yourself, you heal the entire planet. Like, as you ascend to a higher level, we all ascend to a higher level because we all are connected. I love y'all. I gotta go. I love you. I will be doing another one of these. Thank you so much, y'all, for coming. Like, for real, I really appreciate y'all coming on. I didn't think nobody was going to be here. But I love you. We hit 10K, and I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all like this video. Peace.